Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a Bootstrap Farm unboxing and a seed haul so you can see what I'm going to be having in my garden this next summer, well, spring and summer, and then into the early fall. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would go ahead and recommend you to do so you can keep seeing content like this from me. Alright, so today we are going to start with unboxing from Bootstrap Farms. They are a gardening service. They have just gardening supplies. I was recommended to them from my friend Emily, as well as Whispering Willow Farms, who I follow. I know uses them frequently, so definitely got some good things for my garden from them. We'll check that out. And then I also have, I believe it's 38 varieties of seed, and this is the first time I've ever had a garden, so I know it is extremely ambitious of me, but I realized if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all in, and that is exactly what I'm doing. You'll be along on that journey with me, but let's go ahead and start with unboxing this. I ordered it a few weeks ago, so I kind of forgot what I got, but because I am starting from seed, I do have some seeds that I have to get started planting here on February 18th. My hope is to have some grow lights and a grow stand for that to be indoors for the time being, and then I know I'll have stuff to start planting here again in March. First thing I have are these trays. These trays are great because I'm going to go ahead and put the seeds I'm starting in their designated containers. They have holes on the bottom, so I can just fill this tray with water, and then it'll actually water all of the seeds. So I have 5 of these trays, and then I also got these. So you can see these actually have those little divots in them. So they are 72 here of these, and so I have 5 of these containers. It will basically go like this. These top trays will sit on the bottom trays, and I can go ahead and water them. So I do plan on filling up most of these trays, not in February, but again also in March, April, and then getting some other pots so I can start my herbs for the spring and summer. So very ambitious project on my part, but I'm very excited to get started with that. I know Bootstrap Farms is a really great place to go through. They are really good quality products, and Whispering Willow Farms here on YouTube always talks about how she's had some of her equipment from them for years. So it's something that I know was a slight investment. I believe this was $65 for both of these, but I know it's going to be well worth it into the future. Okay, so now it's time to go over our seed haul. So I'm also going to show you my method for how I am organizing my seeds, because I already have them grouped, but first I'm going to go through just how I started this whole process, because again, like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this, and so I watched a lot of YouTube videos to make sure I was doing it in a way that made sense. I ordered my seeds this year from ML Gardener. I got 33 different packets of seeds from them. I also accidentally got an artisan salad mix, so that I'm definitely selectively taking out of. Didn't notice that when I put it in the cart, but that's okay. It'll give me some different varieties of lettuce to try. But let me go ahead and start with what I need to start here in February. What I did is I have all of these seed packets. So you can see here, it'll focus. Okay, so I have seed packets on here. I wrote February 18th. Okay, so February 18th is when I need to start planting these. There's not a ton. Also wrote on here the date that is the latest. So this little sticky note says February 18th. This is round 1. So this is number 1 I put on there. And then I also put latest. So the latest that I could possibly plant these seeds would be March 4th. I know I wanted to start things 10 to 8 weeks out from the last frost. That is something you'll find in your farmer's almanac. It should give you an estimate of when that will be. You also want to allow wiggle room around that date, not go out and plant things right away in your garden after that last frost, because if you're in the Midwest, you know we can't really predict our weather all the time, and so there'll probably be a frost after that, but just things you have to prepare for. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. All right, so I got some Keystone peppers here, some sweet banana pepper, the red burgundy onion. Then my next date is going to be March 4th. So the latest date would be March 18th, but hopefully in by March 4. My Roma tomatoes, the long purple eggplant. I'm also doing some floral varieties, so that's actually where a lot of these are. I'll show you those in a second, but then I'm also doing my Cherrylicious tomatoes, the delicious tomatoes, so a little bit bigger, but some different tomato varieties. And then when it comes to florals, I got some Pampas, the Celosa Pampas Plume, some Candy Stripe Zinnia Mix, Vera Lavender, Carnations La France, so they're like a lighter pink. I also want to say I do have family that has had a garden before, so it's not like I'm a rookie. My dad is a farmer. My grandparents on both sides always have big farms. My great-grandma, or not farms, sorry, big gardens. My great-grandma has a really great garden every year as well. So definitely have people that can lead me through some of this. Into number 3. So these will need to be done April 8th. Or 3 weeks before the last frost. Scarlet carrots, chives, spinach. This is going to be after the last frost. You can see I have, oh boy, a pretty big stack here. Swiss chard, rainbow Swiss chard, dark green leaf parsley, which I am going to start some of these herbs indoors. So like with the parsley and the basil and rosemary, I'll probably start inside. Basil, snowball cauliflower, purple of Sicily cauliflower. I wanted a colorful garden, right? I wanted some fun varieties of colors. I also have rosemary, spring rapini, broccoli rabe. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, forgive me. And then I also have the purple sprouting broccoli, low bolts, cilantro, peas, tender beans, frizzy endive. So this one specifically, same with one of the chards, Swiss chards, they came in that artisan package that I accidentally purchased. So I know if I don't get around to planting these, I will definitely not do all of the artisan mixes. I already have a bunch that I'm storing away for maybe next year or to give to somebody else, just because I've never planted them before. Obviously a lot of this I haven't planted before, but these are all just a little bit different of a variety that I haven't heard of. I wouldn't typically buy in a grocery store, so they're not high on that priority list. And then I also have a Cracker Jack marigold mix. Fifth group is when the soil is workable. Butter crunch lettuce, black seed Simpson lettuce, Italian striped zucchini, red acre cabbage. We've got Napa cabbage. I did get a couple cabbage varieties because I want to start making kimchi. It is a great fermented food for you to incorporate into your salads, and so that is a big thing I'm going to make and can to store away for the year. All right, and then this is the last group that I have. This is May 20th, and a lot of these vary 1 to 2 weeks, but I will probably plant them all at the same time. They all mostly just say it needs to be at least 55 degrees outside. Jumbo cantaloupe. We've got homemade pickles. These are cucumber pickles. Every pickle comes from a cucumber, but they're really small, you can see. So hopefully make some Jerkins pickles with those. Master 80 cucumber, watermelon, some vegetable squash, or also known as spaghetti squash, that slow bolt arugula. And then when it comes to flowers, I have the California poppy. I'm very excited about that one. As well as I also got it's called a Meadow Wildflower Mix. You can see some really good varieties of flowers in this. Okay, so this is how I organized it. I also want to show you the spreadsheet that I had made on Excel. I'm not an Excel girl, but I knew I needed to be organized if I was taking on a project like this. Starting with the plant, so I started with my flowers, and then I have it organized by herbs. Then I go into like my cantaloupe and watermelon, the types of broccoli I have, scrolling all the way to cucumbers, and then tomatoes, eggplant, zucchini, so on. So I have them organized like that on the spreadsheet. In my packets here that you'll see, in my packets I have them organized by when they need to start with the broccoli. So let's go purple sprouting broccoli. Check mark for that is going to be under the 3 to 1 weeks after the last frost. For that A is here, and then there's no note. Again, I'm not saying this is the correct way to do it. I am a beginner gardener, so Obviously, there are people that know much more about this than I do, but I did think this was helpful, and I think it's something that you might like to do too, even if you just do it on pen and paper. All right, so that is all that I have for you today. I do, again, want to say I am not an expert gardener. I don't know everything about the craft of this. I'm really just winging it, and that's the advice I've gotten from a lot of people, is that you just have to try it and see what is successful, what fails. But I got a ton of varieties because like I said, I don't like to just do something halfway, right? I want to go all in, and so I'm going all in. I've really started to educate myself about this, and so I'm really hoping that I have a good yield this year. But I do encourage you, if you are a beginner gardener, to stick with it. It is still something you're growing from scratch. It's nutrient-dense foods, right? And will just really last us throughout the winter, so we can cut that grocery bill down and really just use what produce is in season for us. All right, so with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm so grateful for you and that you're here following me on this journey. Please subscribe to my channel if you're wanting to see more content like this. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot coming in the future, and I really just love being able to make videos like this for you. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful or encouraging, and I'll see you next time.